one of the focal points of the Landcast is, as I've mentioned a couple of times, I work in
Right.
forestry,
Yep.
and we are commissioned with the idea of bringing forest conservation issues to the forefront of the environmental community and PEI landowners. I'm pretty bearish or bullish, I guess, on the idea. Excuse me. I'm pretty bullish on developing PEI's forestry sector and managing more. I think that probably. One a kind of a thesis point of the Landcast that I want to get through to people on as we film more and more episodes is that forestry is forest conservation. That I'm a big believer in utility as something that, like, I guess I'm kind of a materialist in that way. Kind of the direct experience that people have with wood products, making, like, most people on PEI know a potato farmer and the tribulations that potato farmers go through.
They do
over the course of a growing season. It's very often a topic of dinner conversation. Potato farmers are complaining that they're not getting enough rain, or the prices aren't high enough, or this is very much it's cultural context, but very few people talk about what the lumberjacks are saying.
That's true.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Although, most of the conversation I hear is, they clear cut this large area or something like that, which will be, a negative impression of the forest industry.
Yeah, and I don't like that either. Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely. My goal for my business is to try and make sure that things are happening in a slightly more strategic fashion. Clear cutting is. I don't think it should be a forbidden practice, but I think it should. Applied strategically. Right now, haphazard logging is, I think, an issue. But
Right.
even the haphazard logging issue is, in my opinion, a lot smaller of an issue than taking forest, ripping the trees out, and converting it to a non-forest use.
Yeah. And when it goes to agriculture. We're losing forests now to agriculture. And agriculture is losing their lands to urban development.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
yes.
it's a serious issue for everyone.
Yeah, and I guess that you've kind of thread the needle for me there quite nicely, because I guess if we can come around to recognizing that owning a little bit of woodland can actually contribute to household economics and maybe stretch things a little bit further, so that right now I think it's a challenge, because unless any forested property is included in your mortgage, it's very difficult to go to a bank and say, I'd like to borrow $100,000 so I can purchase this woodlot. So if we can get systems in place where the future economic value of keeping a property forested can be presented to a financial institution.
What would be the effect of raising the taxes on forested land? Like right now, taxes are not very high. Is that correct?
Are not very high?
Yeah, on forested, as opposed to agricultural land.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So could...
would it make them more valuable in the eyes of the owners?
Anything that can lower the cost of owning the land, like the rent, these rent associated fees with owning the forested land, that would be a step in the right direction. I'm not 100% clear on exactly what the magnitude of those fees are to the overhead of just getting into buying the land in the first place. Little sort of balance sheet things like if properties require maintenance, so you're constantly, if you're managing a forest efficiently, you are dripping money into that through time.
Yeah.
And then you're probably over the course of your stewardship of that property, you're probably only profiting once or maybe twice. So it's very inefficient, because if that was included in some type of district management plan on a balance sheet, all of those expenses would be counted against your profit. So you'd be that's another way that you could be taxed in a less burdensome manner, and